Good day and welcome to today's episode of Erongo Talk here at Valfis Base Dunes Mall. My name is Adolf Kaure and I'll be your host for today. In today's episode, we will be bringing you an interview with Bianca Fourie, who has recently established Bee's Knees Sweet Delights. She'll be telling us more about her business. I'll also be bringing you the news, the weather, as well as the tides. So join me after the break as I'll be bringing you the news. It is now time for the news here in Valfis Base Dunes Mall. So in our first story, we have reported the construction of 7 outdoor fitness parks in various parts of Swakopmund, and these parks should be completed by the end of this month, and the use thereof is free of charge. So the municipal spokesperson Ailey Gebhard said that the initiative is part of the town's recreation strategy, with facilities forming part of the master development plan for the northern beach area. And Gebhard said that similar fitness parks would be constructed at the municipal bungalows at Vigi Park in Ocean View, Shitaleni Park in Madutura, Anganani Park in Mondesa, Tamariskia Park, and at the DRC Sports Fields. 2 more fitness parks are also envisaged to be built at the beach. So in our second story, a 3-day trauma healing retreat facilitated by Beatrice Schultz and overseen by the Trauma Healing Network concluded on Sunday at Startup Namibia. So according to the facilitator, Beatrice Schultz, the retreat was held with the aim of helping people to learn how to manage and navigate the trauma they have experienced in life. So trauma healing is important, firstly because it hurt people. So if more people learned how to manage their trauma, we would be able to live in a society where trauma is not repeated and passed on. And she added that if trauma in society is managed properly, there would be a healed society with people who are able to coexist harmoniously. This would enable us to avoid looking at situations through hurt eyes, thus making decisions that do not hurt the people around us as well as ourselves, she said. So the free retreat was attended by 5 participants, and one of the participants, who chose to remain anonymous, said that they learned to carve out a new sense of hope after healing from trauma. It was encouraging to know that one can learn how to create hope for one's future in this journey called life, the participant said. So in the light of gender-based violence and suicide cases, which are on the rise not only in the country but particularly at coastal towns, trauma healing is crucial in mitigating crimes caused by anger and bitterness that is not dealt with. And last but not the least, the Ministry of Urban and Rural Development started a 5-day induction workshop for local authority councillors and management cadres on Monday at the Domes Conference Centre. During his keynote address, the Minister Erastus Utoni said that despite different political parties represented at local, council level, unity has to prevail. And he is quoted as saying, "There should be no divisive petty party politics, self-serving interests and infighting among councillors and between administrative staff. So council meetings must be used as a platform must not be used as a platform for divisive political agendas, but to discuss and find solutions to community problems and needs. So the minister discouraged councillors from only serving the people that are from their respective political parties, but to be inclusive and to be people-centered. And so you can catch this story as well as many more on our website, which is erongo.com.na. I repeat, erongo.com.na. Stay tuned.
Joining us today is Bianca Fourie. She recently started her own business in Swakopmund called Bee's Knees Sweet Delights. Hi Bianca, how are you?
Hi Irene, it's going very well, and you?
I'm doing well. So Bianca, can you tell us about why you decided to start your business in the pandemic?
Well, I've started my business in the beginning of September. The reason why I've started this because of my passion and the creativity. I can express myself through the things I do, which is very fun for me. And I would like to also, the reason why I started this is to create things through myself. And
yes, and you've always been passionate about pastry. You are a pastry chef by profession. So what do you offer at Bee's Knees Sweet Delights?
Okay, so it's from savory till sweet. Normally I bake birthday cakes, cupcakes. I also do the new thing about white chocolate Oreo fudge. So anything anyone desires, I make it.
And do you have any plans ahead for your business?
Yes, my business is very small for now. I would like to extend it by having my own business, like a walk-in and walk-out. So in the future, I would really love to build my own business.
Definitely. And starting a business is notoriously very hard. And I think starting a business in a pandemic is even harder. What's been hard about starting your business?
The thing about what really was difficult for me is starting it in a pandemic, but it actually gave me the time to think about things, to create things, to test things out. And the pandemic is sometimes very quiet, sometimes it's not quiet. So it's a struggle in life about you never know what's going to happen and things like that. So yeah.
So as we mentioned just now, you are passionate about pastries and about cooking as a pastry chef. So what do you enjoy about making pastries and sweet things and delights for the public?
So the thing about enjoying is my passion and creativity. That's one of the things why I enjoy what I'm doing. I think the passion is my biggest thing. I enjoy creating things like, how could I say, building things that you've never seen before, like experiencing new things, not by trying to do one thing at a time, but like exploring more.
And experimenting.
Yes, definitely.
So how can people reach you?
Okay, so how can people reach me is through Facebook. There's Bee's Knees Sweet Delights. You can just hit the like button and then automatically you can see what I'm doing, what I've been doing and selling and all that things.
Yes, and keep up to date with you, of course. So I'm going to throw one on you here. You are a pastry chef. So for the viewers who might be looking up to this beautiful lady in front of them now, how does one become a pastry chef?
That's a very difficult question. Normally it's when you're in school or like, how can you become one is by, what I've done is go through a place, practice, see what they are doing. Are you liking it? Are you not liking it? I've been working with lots of people that's pastry chefs, so they actually give me more of a insight how a pastry chef is, what does it require, and I think by learning it from someone or just having the experience with a pastry chef, you actually know, oh, I wanted to become this. So first, step by step, go through a person to know what pastry chef really is.
Yes. And give us some insight. Why did you specifically decide to become a pastry chef? What's the story there?
Okay, I decided to become a pastry chef because I live through what I do. Definitely my passion and creativity. I'm a person that normally gets bored very quick, but through pastry, I never get bored. There's always new trends, new excitement, things that I would really love to try, and I'm still doing it. So for me, becoming a pastry chef is the greatest opportunity ever because I live through what I do.
Definitely. And what are the current trends in pastry?
Okay, so the current trends is normally I see it with Oreos, that's a normal trend, different kinds of fudges, sugar works definitely, and chocolate work. So I'm trying to follow up with the trends. But the new trend that I'm working on now currently is gluten-free. So much people is diabetic, and like I would really love to help people that's going through this and by living it.
Yes, definitely. So if for the young children watching, what would you say to encourage them to go into being a pastry chef and being a chef?
By that, I would be saying it's very difficult, it's not easy, but if it's your passion and you believe in yourself by becoming a pastry chef, then I would say do it. Never give up on something. Always follow your heart and do what makes you happy.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time, Bianca.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bron van West, your favorite creativity specialist, and today I'm going to talk about negotiation skills. Let's start with the start, which is usually the best place to start. What is negotiation? Negotiation, it's a term that gets thrown around quite a lot. And what it usually means is that it was an us versus them sort of mindset, mentality. It was a antagonistic situation. It describes usually something that was confrontational, something that was argumentative, and something that wasn't really helpful or beneficial. And this is really a bad way to look at negotiation, because what negotiation is, at the very end of the day, it's about reaching agreement. It's about seeing how can we both end up benefiting from this discussion. Well, negotiation and the tactics for effective negotiation can be skewed to serve those sort of like dark purposes and to be more antagonistic and confrontational and all those bad things. When we do negotiate, we always have to think about what's in it for me, but also what can I give back. If you think about it, when is the last time you heard someone come back from a negotiation setting and they would use words like, oh, we totally crushed them in a negotiation, we left them with nothing? And these type of words and these phrases just aren't very useful when it comes to negotiation, and it just serves to really give a bad impression of what negotiation is all about, and why more people should learn negotiation skills. See, this us versus them mindset, it just doesn't help. So what you most likely would have heard was something like, we were able to come to an agreement, or negotiations were tough, but at the end everyone reached a consensus, or we managed to reach an agreement, an understanding, and we both walked away satisfied. See, this type of language is far more suitable to what actual negotiations are like. It's about solving for a problem. It's about thinking more, thinking better, thinking beyond the obvious, and it's about seeing how can we benefit each other.
Do stay tuned for the weather forecast as well as the tides in the major towns of the Erongo region. And that brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk. It has been a pleasure having you in my company. And yes, just to go a step further to what you have seen today, you can also catch us on our website, which is erongo.com.na. It is erongo.com.na. Our WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0811 700 40. I repeat, 0811 700 40. You can also catch us on Facebook as well as on other social media platforms like Twitter as well as Instagram, where you can catch all our latest news and happenings over there. And also throughout the day, do make sure that you check out all our other shows, which are also available on these platforms, which include NMH at 1, as well as the recently established new show called We Talk, which is doing the most at the moment. So do catch us again tomorrow on the same time, but a different venue this time around. And before I leave you, please make sure that you do adhere to all safety regulations and measures as concerned with COVID-19. Do make sure that you adhere to all these regulations, which include social distancing, as well as wearing your mask and sanitizing on a regular basis. So until tomorrow at 12, I'll see you again that time.